Alright, so can I start out by saying this in this video? Thank you for clicking on it. I know we haven't uploaded much, and it's very unlikely that this came in your feed, but thank you. I'm very glad that you clicked on it, and I hope you like it. But anyways, today I have something a bit different for you. And what I'm going to be doing today is a bit of a rant. But not exactly. You see, the thing is, I don't want to come away from a rant looking extremely uneducated. I mean, as you can see from my character full of ways, that's not exactly my ideal image. But, however, I don't really have anything to critique, like Console Peasants quotes videos. If you see any people from the PC gaming, the Four Horsemen of the PC gaming, um, ring of content on YouTube, but because I really don't have anything to critique. I don't have any videos. I don't have any articles. I've been kind of searching for them. But then I thought, what if I just kind of create my own dragon to slay? What if I ranted on something, and then in one half in the video, and then just critiqued myself, corrected myself in the next? And I thought to myself, you know what? That's a pretty good idea. I'm going to do that. And that's where we are now. I'm going to do a rant on 4K gaming. You know, if it's worth it, the effects of it with the Xbox One X, stuff like that. And, you know, my thoughts on it, basically. What I think about it personally. And then, anything that I say wrong, I will go over the video, so it's kind of going to be split. But once I'll go over the video, and I'll end up critiquing myself, putting in articles and whatnot. Stuff like that. So, I'm going to begin now. Here's one thing I think about 4K gaming. 4K looks really, really good. But if you don't have very good graphical textures and whatnot, it's, well, kind of pointless. You know, it's very clear, but graphically it can still look bad. And I know a lot of you probably, because of the way 4K's been put up, you probably wouldn't think that. I mean, you might. I don't know the crowd I'm shouting to yet. I don't know who I'm shouting to yet, but yeah. 4K gaming, of course, is just resolution. It doesn't change the graphics, the textures, anything like that. Also, if you're playing in 4K, more likely than not only might you decide to put down the quality of the textures and the graphics, but also the frame rates. And frame rates are extremely important, especially if you're playing something like Counter-Strike or Call of Duty or first-person shooters or any shooter. It's very important. Reaction time is extremely important when you're in a competitive environment. And, you know, giving that up for just clarity I don't personally think it's worth it. And one thing I think about, when it comes to 4K is how rare it is. Now I'm going to get into just talking about the Xbox One X. Now here's one thing I think about the Xbox One X. I've kind of spoiled myself for this one, but I hadn't thought of the idea for this video though. But I do know that the Xbox One X won't always give you native 4K. But the thing is, I think even though it won't give you native 4K, if they pull this off good and it works right, this could potentially spark other areas of entertainment, not just gaming, but other areas of entertainment to try and make 4K the standard, which I think would be a huge effect on the entirety of everything. Excuse me. I had to take a break real quick, because of my recording software. But anyways, yeah, I think 4K gaming on the Xbox One X will have a huge effect. But, as for gaming, I don't think it's the right, I personally don't think it's the right direction for gaming, personally. Because honestly, with gaming being as high speed as it is in most games, in most console games, mostly it's first person shooters and stuff like Fallout, which has basically become an action RPG more focused on the action, and stuff like I really can't think of the other genres that are really in first person in console gaming. It's all shooters. I mean, it's really all shooters and action games, and that's all we really see in console gaming, and that's a very high-paced genre, and it more likely than not, you're going to want more frames, but Xbox and Microsoft has decided, nope, we're going with 4K, and it's kind of rude that they just want to decide this is what they want to do. And sure, yeah, as I said, it'll have a huge effect, but as for gaming, it's not exactly something that I don't even think is great for gaming. Like, it's great, it's good, but the things you have to sacrifice to get it are I don't it's too much. I don't want to have to give up textures. I don't want to give up frames. I don't want to give up things like that. I don't want to give up draw distance. I don't care. I want to have those things rather than resolution. High resolutions. A decent resolution like 1080p I'm fine with, and as a person who plays on Xbox it's not highly available, why I'm currently switching to PC. But yeah, it's something that I don't want personally, like the idea of 4K. And the Xbox One X personally, and it specifically, I mean, it doesn't really even give you native 4K. So I think it's a waste of money. I don't think it's a good way to spend your money at all. It doesn't seem just seemed off. Last thing I want to rant about here is how much do I think 4K's the Xbox One X will actually, how well do I actually think it'll do? And honestly, just without spoiling myself, just without looking at it, I think the deciding factor, of course, is probably going to be 4K TVs and the how expensive those are, and how people would be like, hey, we should get an Xbox One X, but we don't have a 4K TV, so to do that, we're going to need a 4K TV. Which, I mean, that's one expensive Christmas. I mean, goodness. An item that requires another a high-end item that requires another high-end item, but one of the high-end items isn't really that high-end. Ironic, yeah, but it's something that is crazy. So I honestly don't think it'll actually do so well. I mean, unless there's a lot of people that get it and don't even use 4K. They don't even have 4K and are just kind of waiting for them to get a 4K one and just make that investment. And then end up finding out that it's not all for native 4K. Or, I mean, they might not realize. I mean, come on, Xbox players, I mean, in history have just mostly said that resolution doesn't matter. Because they were on the low end of resolution trying to defend themselves. I was there too. Ugh. Ugh. Sorry. Just remembering when I wasn't as educated as I am now on this subject. But on this subject, it's something I haven't done research on. And I think that the Xbox One X won't really do so well when it comes to stores. I think that because of the fact you need a 4K TV, it's gonna be as they want it to be, a high-end item. Which begs the question, why didn't they put more money into it? Why, if they knew this was gonna be a high-end item, why didn't they bankroll the money into it to make it a high-end item? And yeah, I got that from an article, but I got it from someone else's video. I just watch those videos just because. But yeah, it doesn't really make much sense. They're saying it's a high-end item, but I think I know why. I think I know why that's not really a high-end item. I mean, $500 is expensive. I mean, it's a lot of money. I mean, my family was planning on getting an Xbox One X earlier, but I hope I can talk them out of that. Put that money into my PC and it's all good. But anyways, anyways, oh gosh, tripping up on my words here. Anyways, I don't think it's. Oh God, losing my train of thought. Sorry, I have ADHD. Oh gosh. Oh man, I'm wasting time. I have a really bad recording software, and this is ruining. I'm thinking, but yeah, I finally got it back. I know why they do it though. I know why they make it towards kind of not too high end, where they didn't actually make it invest into it to make it a high end item, because they know if they did that much for it to make sense, they'd have to make an exorbitant amount, make it worth an exorbitant amount for them to make the profit that they want. And so that instead they put it in a range where people can get it and be tricked into thinking they have 4K when they really don't, which sucks. Okay, so this isn't exactly what I had in mind and for this video. I was very conservative in this one. I didn't say anything too much. The whole time I was treading light ground. The only thing I have to say is be a bit more specific with what you're saying. A lot of the words I know were very misleading, and you'd have to know my train of thought to actually get what I was trying to say. And I apologize for that. But, I mean, mostly, actually, pretty much all of it. I didn't actually say anything that wasn't fact. I stepped over the line when I was starting to talk about how much I think the Xbox One X is going to sell. And while that's a nice, good train of thought, I guess, but you can't really tell. You never know what people do, especially when it comes down to the next brainwashed community like the Xbox. So, yeah, that was too much. Also, another thing is, of course, I need to stop stuttering. I need to stop losing my train of thought. And that's one thing I don't like about rants. The fact that I have to keep that train of thought going. The only reason I ever pause is because, like I said, my recording software, the way it works with having to do layer over layer, I can't voice record over nothing. It won't let me do that, which kind of sucks. It makes it a lot more difficult than it would have been if I just voice record and then fill in the visuals. But yeah, that's why it's very basic. I don't do much animation. I mean, I will be putting any kind of articles over, but yeah, when I was talking about the other person's video that I got it from, that was from, I think it was Rags. He showed an article about it's going, quote unquote, them Xbox saying it's going to be a very high end item, even though after looking at the specs it's not. So yeah, that's where I was going with that. And yeah, that's really all I have to say about myself, to critique myself, because it's really just the quality of the rant itself that has to be questioned. It, because I'm more educated on this than I thought. Looking at it and realizing, wait a second, I don't have any odd beliefs about this, do I? And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try looking for something in gaming that I have just not heard about at all, and just rant about not knowing at all about it. But for this one's a more conservative kind of lean into what this series is gonna be. Yes, it's gonna be a series, so I'm gonna start doing this kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna critique myself on when I do bad quality. But if there's anything else that I did that just wasn't right, me stuttering, me saying something stupid, anything like that, please, please, please put it in the comments and rate this video. And also one last thing, if you are subscribed, please ring the bell. Because of the way YouTube is, it's very unlikely that you actually will see our videos. Especially since, you know, we kind of don't post as much. I'm going to try to come down, try to do stuff. Oh my gosh, someone just texted me. But anyways, I'm going to try to do more videos. Demon Lord Titan won't be able to do videos for a few weeks. I don't know what the Sniper TF3 is going to be doing. I'll make sure to get in contact with him. But I'm going to try to, you know, keep my content under wraps. But anyways, thanks guys for watching, and I hope you liked the video. If you did like it, if you didn't, dislike it, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, YouTube doesn't care. So, yeah, feel free to leave a dislike also. And, as for, oh, gosh, sorry. This is early in the morning. Wow, I'm saying this in an outro. But anyways, I think I've said all the important stuff, so hope you guys... Oh, also, Instagram's in the description, but see you guys later. Bye!